about the NumPy operations. Okay, NumPy operations, and let's talk about it. If you haven't import your NumPy, you can import it from import NumPy as NP if you haven't, and simply you can run this. Now we have ARR is equal to np.arange. Okay, np.arange, I want the value from 0 to 10. Now we are having the values from 0 to 10, and see this carefully. Okay, so we are going to perform some arithmetic operations, and also arithmetic operation between the array and the arithmetic operation between the scalar number in the array. That means arithmetic operation between the two arrays, and also the arithmetic operation between the scalar number of these array, between these operations. So let's do that. Okay, we are going to take a scalar number and we are going to add this. So let's say we are having ARR plus 5. It will give you the result as this. That means it is going to add this 5 scalar number to all of these numbers. That means 0 plus 5, 1 plus 5, 2 plus 5, 3 plus 5, 4 plus 5. Okay, and it is giving you this, it is presenting you this particular output. Then we have ARR. Okay, it is going to give you and one more thing, it is not going to affect the original array. Okay, it is not going to affect the original array. Let's say we say ARR minus 2, it is going to give you this particular output. Okay, ARR plus ARR, let's have it, and make sure this has to be of same shape. Okay, this has to be of same shape. If I run this code, the two arrays are going to be added, and make sure it is of the same shape. If it is 2 by 3, the other array is also need to be of the same shape. That means 2 by 3. Okay, and also you can do the same thing for ARR asterisk ARR or something, ARR divide by ARR, but let's do that later on. ARR minus ARR or something, we can do that. Okay, but there is a catch here. If we talk about division by 0 and 1, this is called as L'Hopital rule in mathematics. So why we talking about the division by 0, why we cannot do that? So we can do that actually. Let me just show you directly. We can do that, but there is a problem in that. So let's say this is our array, and if I say ARR divide by ARR, okay, so now this time it is going to do 0 divided by 0, 1 divided by 1, 2 divided by 2, 3 divided by 3. Okay, and we all know that 0 divided by 0 is not applicable in mathematics. So now you can see it is presenting you an error. It is presenting you an output. It is not presenting you an error. It is just giving you a warning that invalid value encountered in the array. Okay, invalid value encountered somewhere in the array. It has encountered some invalid value, but it is going to give you an output here, and here it is saying NaN, that means not a number. Okay, so sometimes whenever you're going to create a project, sometimes this kind of things creates problem, and you have to debug that, and you'll be know that. But in the traditional way of Python, it is not going to present you the output, and it is going to say 0 division error. Anything that you divide by 0, anything, it is going to give you the 0 division error. Okay, so but in NumPy it is not invalid. It is still going to present you an output, even if you say 1 divide by 10, not 1 by 10. Let's say we have 1 divide by ARR. Okay, it is going to give you inf here. Inf means infinity. Okay, inf means infinity. That means for 1 divided by 0, it is going to give you the infinity number here. Okay, so that is why make sure that you have this particular thing here, that it is, so if you are doing some kind of things, so you have to make sure that you have to consider this use case also. Okay, so that is what about the arithmetic operations. Okay, but don't worry if you're worrying that this is very difficult or something. It is not like that. Don't worry. You're going to it's very less chances that you're going to encounter these kind of things. And when you do that, it is going to give you NaN. And when we get the NaN, we are going to remove those rows and remove those data directly. But anyways, we'll study that in the cleaning of the data. Okay, so now let's talk about the universal methods. Okay, it's a very useful one. Some of the methods are universal mathematical methods, and very useful one, let's say np.sqrt. So it is going to give you, if you do that, so it is going to calculate the square root of each and every element of your number. Okay, the square root of each and every element. And if you want the integer value, maybe we can say like d type is equal to int, and it is going to give you the square root of that. Okay, I think the d type is not applicable here, so let's remove that. Okay, so it is going to give you these kind of number. If you want to calculate the sign of each and every number that exists in your array, you can simply do np.sign, and you can have it. You can have those values here. Okay, and also you can calculate the log, np.log of arr. It is going to calculate the log of each and every value of your elements. Okay, so as you can see, it is giving you minus inf. That means it is going towards minus infinity because log 0 is calculated here. And some more important ones. This is the array, and if we have arr dot mean, we're going to have the arr dot mean. We can have that arr dot I'll say max. You are going to get the maximum value from array. Arr dot sum, we're going to get the sum of the values from the array. Okay, and also we're going to have the arr dot variance. Okay, variance, and we're going to have the 9 here. Do you remember the formula of variance? Let me just remind you here, because we're going to use that somewhere in the projects. So let me tell you what is the formula of variance. So for the formula of variance, we have, sorry, just a second, we have to have this here, and we'll have s square is equal to xi minus x mean. Okay, and we'll be having the sum of it, and we'll be having the square of it, and we'll be having the n minus 1. Okay, xi is the elements that we have, x mean is the mean, and this is the number of elements, and this is the variance of it. Okay, so make sure you understand this, and that is what we're going to implement in our projects. But don't worry, we have the variance method, so we don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, we don't need to worry too much about it. And if we have arr dot standard deviation std, we can simply say arr dot std, and we'll be having the standard deviation. And as you all know, that maybe you know that standard deviation is the square root of variance. Okay, take the square root of variance, it is going to give you the standard deviation instantly. Okay, so yeah, so that is what about the operations. Now let's talk about let's make a range here, and we'll say 0,25. And if I run this code, we are having these number of elements. And if I say arr of 2d is equal to np dot a range, okay, np dot a range, I'll say 0,25 dot reshape 5,5. I'll run this code. We are going to have the reshape version of your array like this. Okay, so again, you can do the same things for your 2D arrays also. I'll say arr of 2D sum, and if I calculate this, it is going to calculate the sum of it. Okay, and focus here, and just concentrate here what I'm going to say. If you say arr 2D, and I'll say sum, and here we can give the axis as a parameter also. Okay, axis as a parameter. That means what you can do is you can calculate the sum across rows also and across columns also, and make sure you understand the word across here. Okay, I'll tell you why I'm focusing on the word across. I'll say axis is equal to 0. That means I want the sum of elements in my array across rows. So what do you think? Whether it is going to be calculated 0 plus 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20, or 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, if you are saying that 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is going to be calculated, it is wrong. It is going to calculate 0 plus 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20, because it's across rows. It's not saying something else, it's saying across rows. Okay, so if I run this code, it is going to give you 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Although it may be confusing, but you know, that is the thing here. Axis is equal to 0 means rows, and rows, if I'm saying rows, that means it is saying across rows. Okay, we are going to use axis is equal to 0 kind of thing in a lot of functions. Don't worry, if I'll say axis across 1, that means axis across, across columns, sum across columns, so it is going to give you the sum across the columns. So yeah, so that's pretty much it about the NumPy. In the next one, you're going to have a exercise notebook. Okay, you're going to have the exercise, and you have to complete that exercise and submit it in our portal. So make sure you do that, and that's it. We're going let's meet in the next video.